Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab, in the book, where I do what I do for you. We going on the Chakra binge. We going on number 4. Let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my story for life. I give life lessons. You tuning and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life. That's what it is for me. Through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's the idea. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my eye be true. Number 6 on the chakra scale from 1 to 7. Walk you through it right here. The color for this one is green. Each chakra have a color, has a saying. This one says is the heart chakra. My heart is open to receive the energy of love. I radiate this essence. I walk my path with ease and grace. In life, if you're living right, you see some elderly people, they just go through life just moving and grooving, just going through life. They always seem nice. They always seem happy. They don't have a care in the world. That's called aging the right way. Not stressed, not all beat up. No. Just going through life. That's what you want to do. And with self-knowledge, it affords you that ability. That's why our ancients practiced it for thousands of years. So let's talk about the part about the chakras. They all are personal ways of you to get better to be your best self. And this is the 4th level chakra. Each one has a different purpose and philosophy that goes with it. The 4th one, you see here at 3, you don't pass the test. But at 4, you see what? You're in the ballpark. You done passed Ahmet. So now you got to be judged. Okay? Before then, there's no judgment. At 3rd level, there's no judgment. You're done. All right, let's talk about it. I'm going to break down a few. I just gave you the color, the location, the 4th one. That's the call. The location. Its location is what? The heart. According to my studies, that's where God dwells in man. Love, that's where heart, that's where spirit is. Okay. But he gives you this. This has to match with this. I call it heart by coherence. They got to become one, working together. And it's all about understanding and getting and using the information that can help you do just that. That's it. Let's talk about this. Now, soul of Ra, that's number 4. The location is the heart. Now, this center opens up the possibility of what? Of what they call, you ready? The virgin birth. Oh, the virgin birth is symbolic of you raising your conscious level from ignorance to enlightenment. It's not physical. Nobody get born again physically. So it's all symbolic. But it represents the virgin birth, watch this, which signifies the birth of your spiritual consciousness, becoming enlightened. It's the new birth of consciousness, knowledge of self, as opposed to what? To your lower, I just told you, your animal consciousness, your lower nature set, the ego. From the waist down is all ego, all physical, all lust, all desires, and that's normal. But if you want to be better, you have to rise above that, and at the fourth level, that's what does that for you. Take you out of your beastly nature, and at the fourth level, watch this. Now you're able to be judged by who? The 42 judges of Maya. Okay, now you're in the hall, and you're gonna be judged. The lower level don't make it that far. That's the whole purpose. So if you got there, okay, now you're going to be open for scrutiny. But moving on, that's the concept. All right. But at the third level down, you don't get that. So, and at this level, your spiritual essence now becomes what? Revealed to you. And the caring of expression of love for others begin. I got to tell you a quick story. I put down a cat story. I never liked pets. My old man used to get dogs. I got to walk the dog, clean up behind the dog. I hated that. Oh, I thought you the dog man. No. Again, let me tell you. Don't you tell me about me, please. That's why I hate dogs. Why? I didn't clean up after my man. Loved him because he just played with him, pet him, and he had to pick up no crap. He had to walk him. He did none of that. Moving on. So, no, I got no love. Long story short, I came home vacation one year from a vacation, and I was told a cat was in the backyard. Okay, so, and he was crying. Okay, so, and it was, yeah. Long story short, I walked in the door, the little guy came up, rubbed up against me. We became best friends. So that's when I opened my fourth chakra. Well, I could care less. I actually concerned myself with something other than myself. Somebody other than myself. Yeah, relationship. Yeah, but no, I'm talking about an animal. Somebody who, and the relationship grew to be one of my best. Now I have love for what? Animals. I'm a pet owner. No serious show. But no, that's how I got I always use that to let you know how I got my fourth chakra open. Okay? Been a while now. But they call that the Chakra or the Anahata chakra, okay? It's the fourth one. And it's related to the gland in the body known as the thymus. And at birth, it's very big in babies. And the thymus, as you get older, it shrinks with your maturity. As you get older, it shrinks. And the thymus is intricately related to your immune system. It produces your antibodies, your radicals, or to ward off infections while you sleep. Okay, understand that. So, and the symbol for the heart chakra consists of, right here. You see here, it's a circle and compass with two triangles, two pyramids. You see them? 6-side pyramid. And for each angle, you see it's 2 petals for each. So there's 12 petals on here for the 6-side, 2 for each side. And those petals was important because when you study them, you got to add them all up. And at the end, you get an answer to the equation that y'all thought about. The 144, that's what the petals add up to. Just going to give you a quick tidbit. But yeah, all that was intricately woven into lessons taught and understood. This just information that it makes sense if you understand it. I'm saying, well, okay. But yeah, it's all predicated on you knowing how you operate. They had as well, it was a student that, okay. And the symbol I just showed you, what consisted of what they call the 6-sided star, okay? The Star of David, okay? And all it is a male, female pyramid, male up, female down. You go together, you got 6 sides, okay? They call it the Star of David. But it's composed of the upward and the downward triangles, pyramids. And this is the center where what? Where the upward flowing energy of spiritual realization and the downward flowing of energy of creation can be balanced, aka my girl, my yacht, according to what? The will of each individual. You have control over that. Again, once you know how you operate, you can operate you. We got the most high tech machinery known to man, and we don't come with instructions, but we have instructors to help. That's what the teachers and the sages are all about. Okay, so understand that you can learn how to master this thing. Oh yeah, been doing it for a long time. Now, when you got the double pyramid, that just represents male and female energy. Okay, one going up, one going down. And now you got what they call the element of this center is represented by what? Air. Shoot. And the attributes of this element are, you ready? If you're restless, you have sexual desires, you're active, sexually active, and your movement and you're task oriented. I mean, you always has an agenda. You always have something in mind. You're going to do something and it has a reason for you doing it. Okay? You ain't one to really no, you have an agenda. Okay. And now the predominant psychic, meaning your thought process, the way you think, and for you at this level, at the fourth level, your chakra, the prominent psychic activity and desires include, you ready? Love, sharing, selfless service, devotion, and compassion. These are all the qualities that the heart chakra at that level gives you. And I know from experience, those are exactly what it is. You love things, you love yourself, you care about other things, and you share love with others. And you offer, my favorite, a selfless service. I just do stuff that's good, just because it's right. And I want to do it and just doing it. That's it. And when you do that, unbeknownst to you, you will be rewarded for that. You didn't do it for the reward, but the fact that you did it, you are entitled to be rewarded. So you go through life daily just doing stuff. You just, what I call stacking up blessing. Because if you don't need it, it's just stacks up. It ain't going nowhere. Okay? That's the whole purpose. And if you're one of those people who whatever you pray for, whatever you think you need, is always there, you've been doing some good work. Why? Because those are blessings. That's how they get answered. Okay? Yeah. Okay, you got that. So, okay, yeah, up here. Now, the attributes of the elements, the rest is okay. All right, yeah, do that. Okay, now, the predominant psychic activities, your idea, your desires include, again, not love, that kind of love, physical, no, spiritual love, that open caring, that sharing. I go to a church family. I ain't been in church in a couple of weeks, been away on vacation. I actually missed my church family. Okay, that kind of love. Okay, just being around, being in the atmosphere. Okay, and again, that selfless service is my favorite. But here's another one: devotion. When your devotion, I call it God consciousness. That means being conscious of God. But when you are devoted to Christ, if that's what you're following, our life, you can. But when your devotion is to the point it keeps you on a straight and narrow, that's always a good thing. To make a difference, if what you're devoted to is good and right, then that devotion is a good thing. Moving on, and that's what's going to keep you. I call it my spiritual discipline. And if it ain't right, I ain't doing it. Simple. And compassion. Compassion means caring about somebody other than yourself. That's all. Some people don't care about nobody. Don't care nothing. If it ain't them, could care less. So you're not at the fourth level when you're like that. That's ego. All right. And these are the things that you have at this level, at the fourth level. You become a different person. Psychic dysfunctions. There's drawbacks to all our personalities. It's good to know about yours. Let's talk about it. Your psychic dysfunctions are your inability to love selflessly. It's hard for you to care, hard for you to open up, and hard for you to care about somebody other than yourself. And You have absence of sharing. Selfish. Me, I. And selflessness. Selfishness, Selfishness. Absence of devotion to anything that's good other than yourself, your pleasures or whatever you like. You devoted to just that. And compassion. You got heart trouble. You got what they call the love sickness. Okay. At that level, some people just open up and just love, and they just go into like they call a love fest. And they just love everybody, them kind of people. Love without knowledge and restraints and, respectability, integrity, it don't look well. Okay, you just can't, just don't know. You got to pull that thing back a little bit, get some control of it, get a hold of yourself, so to speak. Some people, they just ingratiate you, and they walk around like that. They just love on everybody. All touchy feeling, okay. But that's those kind of people. Now, the fourth to the 7 energy conscious centers, chakras, represent what? That you have now elevated your spiritual life to now the divine nature, which is latent in what? Everyone. The Kundalini serpent, the only way it will activate is when you live right. Be obedient to God. Do. That's where you living and doing right. It starts to rise. Okay. And now you got what? Your lower energy centers from 3 to 1. What they represent? They represent what we call your lower nature, beastly nature, your animal nature, again, which seeks one thing: survival, supremacy over others, and what? Gratification of the senses, pleasures of the flesh. You know them kind of people? A lot of people, they realize their life right there. Those three things, okay? And when you're successful at it, when you're pretty good at being as people, you can make that a lifestyle. A lot of people do. I ain't going there. But what's this? Now, the movement of the serpent, you see me doing this, the movement of the serpent power from the lower nature to the higher consciousness centers represents, you ready? The second birth, the birth of what? Your spiritual awakening. You becoming awakened to who you are. You have knowledge of self. You become conscious, so to speak. Before, you was what? Asleep, ignorant, didn't know. That's why. And that was important as a people from our ancients. Now, it is not surprising then what? Then that when you are stressed, what happened? Your immune system weakens and we become what? Ill. Stress can kill you. Worrying about stuff weighs the heart down. It can't function at full capacity. Having negative thoughts, bad thoughts that this could happen. Side chick may call me up. My wife get my phone. All those things are stressful. Your heart is like when you are transparent. You got no issues. You got no problems. You got no secrets. You ain't stressing. Most married men who got a side chick die early. Why? Stress. They don't talk about it. Why? They hide it. That's what the stress is. They're killing themselves. Now, if you evaluate yourself, if you reflect on yourself daily, now when you become ill, what happened? You will find that you usually are involved with what? You ready? Some self-defeating, self-destructive things, attitudes that you usually are involved with. Okay, attitudes, behaviors that, you hear them saying? Self. That means you're doing them. You're doing it to yourself. Overworking, frustration, use of drugs, alcohol, and again, bad second relationships, side relationships. That's just a recipe for an early grave. And watch this. These are not in a situation to freely. You are not in a situation to what? Freely give what? Love. And you can't love. Ain't no love there. You can't freely give love to what? Your own self. Much less to any in all humanity. Okay, anybody other. What? If you're not cautious, if you don't pay attention, what's this? Now you become trapped. Your own trap in this negative way of existence, this lifestyle that don't serve you no good, but you're perpetrating because you caused it, which becomes what? Now they call it a vicious cycle. Working hard, going nowhere. Burning energy, going nowhere. Getting nothing in return. Putting out, nothing in return. That's a vicious cycle of life. And how do you break this cycle? Ding, 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 ding. Come on, right thinker. I'm just saying. By what? By performing selfless service, right thinking, to others. A very difficult task unless you're right thinking. When you feel what? As though you are the one who need to be served. If you're that vain and that egotistical that you think it's all about you being served, having it your way, go eat at Burger King. However, you must remember the divine rule. There's a divine rule? Yep. The divine rule, cosmic law. You ready? You have to give in order to receive. It don't work the other way around. It was made that way for that purpose. If you give, don't worry about it. No, don't worry. Remember back in the day, y'all want to do something 50-50. Come on, same time. Why? You don't trust each other. When you give, you should receive. That's respect, love, whatever it is. Once you give it, it should be reciprocated. It's not always we know that. But my pastor said, because I give it and you don't give it back, that ain't on me, that's on you. If I get like you, then I'm letting you take me to hell with you. You can go by yourself. I'm staying good. I'm doing what's right. That's the difference. I'm learning a lesson in life. Let me wrap this up for you. Now you see down here again. This is the 4th level. You pass Ahmed. Okay, you're out of the danger zone, so to speak. Let's break it down for you what that means right quick. Now the heart center holds what? Special importance in our ancient Egyptians and even in the Hindu or the Christian and the Buddhist symbolism mythology. They all had the same concept. What's this? The heart is seen as the seat of the mind and of your emotions of love and compassion is all dealt from the heart, as well as the seat of the soul, the spirit, aka God. It viewed as a powerful center for what? Spiritual development when it is awakened and developed. Okay? Just awakening don't mean nothing. Develop it, practice it, put it to use, see if it works. And the pictures of, you see another picture of Jesus on the cross, and there are powerfully evocated images of what? Which invoke feelings and compassion, followed by what? Love of who? Divine, God, his Father, personality, Jesus, for my Christians, and later iconograph up to modern times pictures which depict Jesus. I don't know if you're dealing with the white one or the black one, but they got Jesus in a what? A heavenly local painting to his flaming heart, pointing to his heart. You always see him pointing to his heart. Big heart, yeah, with the big halo behind him, pointing to his flaming heart, and have emerged. Everybody know about that big red heart. And these are equal to the pictures of who? The Hindus, the Buddha, which shows his heart overflowing with life force energy to the world. Again, in Buddhism, they call it the diamond heart. Its purity and its indestructibility, of one's consciousness. Since one has one has experienced what? One's true nature. That's why every individual have to have that mystic experience for themselves, to know God for themselves. You don't have to believe in God. Anybody got to preach to you and teach you about God. Once you have your experience, you know God for yourself. That's knowing thyself. And it is the man, watch this, it is the man whom cannot be cut or disturbed by anything. You know who that is? And the animal of that symbol, the fourth screaming heart chakra, is the antelope or the gazelle. Wrapping it up right here. Now, the way to awaken this energy center is what? To concentrate again. When you go into your meditative state daily, concentrate on it mentally or physically. Again, chanting the sound Om. Repetitious breathing, get your little rhythm going, you get your chant going, and you let it go. The beginners of meditation in this concept, in this center. Now, after you get your chant, you got the sound of your center, at the several moments of getting ready, put yourself in that mind, again, Om, etc. You sit quietly. Now, in your mind, you're observing your proper breathing. Remember the technique. And then now you begin to relax your mind and your body all at once. Gently search for those feelings where within your past actions. Go back and retract your steps. Go back. What you said, what you do, how you said it, how'd you do it? Was it good? Was it on point? Was it right? Okay, checking yourself for your actions, your thoughts, your feelings in your past, or even the present, where you were hurt or you did not act in a loving and giving way. You want to be able to correct you. That's what self-reflection is all about. Not having somebody tell you, yo, man, you know you got out of pocket. Yo, you know you was wrong, so-and-so. No, you should be able to do that for yourself. And when you see these as expressions of what? Of your past ignorance. Again, your actions is bad because of your past ignorance. And now you know that what? Your divine self has already forgiven you for said action. Why? Oh, you're going to have to pay for it. Consequences come to the action. Don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that. But your visualization of your situations in which you were what? Loving. And you received love from others. And you visualize yourself also what? Being loved and giving love. Visualizations of all conflicts as being resolved what? In the act of wisdom, of oneness with all things, becoming one with God. And so now you're one with everything conceptually, and all your issues will dissolve into what they consider the air element. Just gone. Oh, like magic. It just goes. Like a pain that's there, all of a sudden it ain't there. Okay, I got back issues. After a while, I'm gonna wake up and the pain will be gone. That's what happened this morning. So I'm speaking again from experience. But in life, when you do certain things, you're going to get a reaction. If there's an action, look for the equal and opposite reaction. If the action is good, the reaction will be good. If the action is not good, same thing, reaction won't be good. Hope you got the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got some more for you. I'll be right back. And in closing, right thinkers. May y'all let it be 100. Me 100 minus a day. So I've never known my right thinkers who live in these chakras have passed away. I'll be right back.